Okay, so first you need an Adobe account, which is free, and you need Adobe Capture on your phone, and you also need Adobe Creative Media on your computer. So when you load it up, it'll be like this on your camera. So if you look around, everything will be black and white. So what you do is you click on the button at the bottom, and you click your camera roll, and you select the picture you want for an SVG. So for this instance, I'm going to use Rudy Rod from Fifth Element. So there he is, he's a bit too dark. So you can adjust the settings of the darkness or the lightness with this little bar here. And then once you're happy with the colour, just click on the big tick. There you go, I think I'm about there. Right, once you're on this side, this is where you can crop it or smooth it. Smoothing can sometimes make it better, sometimes it can make it worse. It does take quite a long time. So as you can, I'm just trying to leave it for a minute so you can see where it smooths some of the lines out. But it is taking forever, so I think we're going to skip it for this purpose. And then you click save. Now you save it to your Creative Studio. You can have videos or videos, folders, or whatever you want to save it to. So I saved mine to Cricut. Okay, so the next step, you need your computer. So you need to find where your Creative Studio is, and then either control click if you're using a Mac, or right click if you're using a computer, and export copy. Now you can save it anywhere you want on the computer. I use my desktop because it's the easiest place to find things. So once you click export, you're now going to have a copy of that file on your desktop. There we go, it's just loaded. So what you do is then you click upload on Design Studio like you would any other image, and upload image. Now then you just drag your SVG into that space there, or obviously upload it by pushing the upload button. It will say it's a large image and it's taken a while to upload. It shouldn't take any more than a couple of minutes. If it takes more than that, then it's crashed. So then you click save. Now it might not look complete in this part here, but bear with it. It usually doesn't look complete, but then actually is when you're in Design Space. So obviously you click save. Right, now you click it and insert it into your Design Space. So I'm going to make the screen larger so it's easy to see. So give it a minute. Once again, it says it's a large image. Right, so once you've got it here, resize it to whatever you want, because it will come in absolutely huge. And then the best idea is to select it all and weld it together. But as you can see, Design Space, you know, forever reliable, is actually bugging out and won't let me weld it. But your best bet is to weld it, because otherwise when you click make it, which you'll see in a second, it'll all just be in pieces and won't be in any particular order. And unless you really fancy having a really complex jigsaw puzzle, it's honestly not worth it. There we go, look, it will say loading, as it is quite massive. If you weld it, you don't usually get that. There we go. Give it a minute. There you go. So because I didn't weld it, it's all sort of separated. So yeah, when Design Space isn't being buggy, weld it. As you can see, I did try quite a few times to get it to play ball, but it really just wasn't having it. Okay, for your next method, you once again are going to need your computer. You also need to know how to screenshot. I'm not going to show you how to screenshot because I'm hoping you all know. If you don't, just let me know, please. So let me wait for this video to finish because I can't work out how to cut it down. It's been so awkward. It's just me multiply trying to do it. So anyway, I'll quickly run through how to get Adobe. Basically, go to the Adobe website and sign up for an account. It's totally free, and then download your Creative Studio or whatever it's called, and then obviously your Adobe Capture. Right, okay, so here we go. So pick a picture that you want, and then you want to go to LunaPic. If you just Google LunaPic, it should come up, or LunaPic Editor. See, my search is on images there, but there you go, Luna Free Pick Online Editor. So click on that. Obviously accept all the cookies, etc., and then just click upload and find the picture you want to unload. Now for this purpose, I'm going to pick one of my SVGs that I've got in my shop at the minute, which I made in Design Space, and then I print screened it, and then did this method. So here's your screenshot, shall we say, that you've just created something in Design Space. You took a screenshot of it. So there it is loading. It's going quite slow on my Mac for some reason. It never usually does. Well, anyway, so I'm just going to make this window bigger and click transparent. Now, when you click transparent, only part of the background's going to disappear. So what you do is you go to mode and click transparent colour, and then click apply. Well, you click apply once it's done it. It might take a couple of minutes. So once you've clicked apply, it will then load the image, as you can see, with no background on it. So then you click save and save it to wherever you want on your computer. On my Mac, it goes automatically to my downloads. On my computer, it actually gives me a choice. So there you go, you know, allow downloads. Okay, so that's now in my downloads file, the edited picture. So the next website you want is Convertio, which I think is www.convertio.co. But if you Google Convertio, it will come up. So now you have to go and find your previously edited image, which I couldn't remember at this point where I'd saved it. And then I twigged it was in my downloads. So you go to wherever it is you've saved it and find your image, which it took me a couple of minutes to twig where exactly it was. There we go. See, I opened it rather than dragging it. Sometimes that's a problem with the Mac. If you click something once rather than if you've been on the computer and double clicking it, you open everything. Anyway, you just drag the image over, and then on this bit here, you click on the little arrow and you click image and SVG, and then you click convert. Now sometimes this can take a couple of minutes. After all, it is free. If it takes any more than a few minutes though, reload it because it's probably crashed. So once it's done, you click download. Now once again, it's gone in my download file. So what you now want to do is once again open up your Cricut, and remember, as we did before with the SVG, you upload it exactly the same way as you did previously. So obviously, once again, you got to find it. So here I put it on my desktop so I didn't keep losing it. And then clicked upload. And uploaded it. See, now this time it didn't say I had a big file, and the reason being is because this one's actually quite a big image, and if you screenshot it, it tends to clump more of the lines together rather than when you're using Adobe Capture. So you click on that and obviously insert it. Might take a couple of minutes to load up, but there we go. So my advice would be, once again, to weld it, but Design Space really isn't playing ball this evening and it won't let me do it. So what I'm going to show you here is you select a section of it and you can change the colour. So there you go, I've turned Slytherin green because obviously that's the colour that we're going to want to have it. But what you could do is select elements from it and have them different colours. So for instance, you could do the snake black or whatever you want, or the writing black. You know, you can have fun with it if you don't want to weld it, but make sure you attach it all together so it stays together when you cut in, well, as best as you can. So that's it. If there's any questions, just email me. I'm more than happy to help. Thanks. Bye.